Shalom, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Family, is it just me? Or are these weeks going by real quick? It just seemed to be zipping by to me. Family, today we're going to talk about worldly faith versus great faith. During these days of trouble and trial and tribulation, just about anywhere we look, we better make sure our faith is intact and what it should be. Now, we all have worldly faith. Even the people that don't even believe or worship the Most High have faith. We have faith in our automobiles that when we stick the key in them, they'll start. We even have faith in airplanes or even the pilots that you've never even seen. You don't know if he's drunk or have a problem or nothing, but we got faith. That plane takes off and you have faith that it's going to stay in the air like it's supposed to. We even have sometimes more faith in our friends than we have in the Most High. If you was in need and you call up one of your friends and ask them to borrow some money and they tell you, well, sure, I'll bring it over to you tomorrow. Well, your mind is at ease then because of just what your friend said. You got faith that your friend is going to come through. And so you spend the rest of the day, at ease. But sometimes we don't do the same thing toward the Most High. We'll pray, and if it don't happen in the next 20 minutes, we go to getting in the doubt. We just gonna have to strengthen our faith, family. These days are really getting to be something else. Bad news is everywhere. People doing all kind of things. Water is contaminated, the food, the air. Money's gonna begin to be a problem. And so we better have faith that the Most High is gonna take care of us, as His word declares. So let's just start off with Matthew chapter 8 and verse 5 through 10. And it says, when Mashiach was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lies at home, sick of the palsy, and grievously tormented. And saying, and verse 7, and Mashiach said unto him, I will come and heal him. And the centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou should come unto my roof. but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, go, and he goes, and to another, come, and he comes, and to my servant, do this, and he does it. When Mashak heard it, he marveled to them that followed, saying, I say unto you, I have not found so great a faith, no, not in Israel. Now here's a Roman soldier who had more faith than the people in Israel. You know, he had enough faith where he said, well, you don't even need to go to my house. You know, he said, just say the word, you know, and my servant will be healed. See, the Roman centurion understood it wasn't Mashiach flesh that was doing the healing, but the word. You know, the word of the Most High is what did the healing. So he just said, no, just say it. Just say the word. See, we make too much out of Mashiach's flesh. We put too much emphasis on it. You know, what color he was and all this. Well, we already know that he came to his people, and we know that Israel were melanated people. So quite naturally, he's going to look just like them. Why would he look like anybody else? So that's, you know, there's no question of that. But we put too much emphasis on Mashiach's flesh. His flesh is not what do the work or do the miracles. It's the word. See? It's the word that does it. Let's see. Let's go to John chapter 1, verse 14. And it says, and the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Okay, I mean, so you see that the word became flesh. See, it's the word that has the power, not the flesh. You know, far as that go, Mashiach took on the same flesh, you know, that we had. I mean, he could bleed. He got hungry, you know. He was able to feel physical pain. So it had nothing to do with his flesh. Go to Hebrews chapter 2, verse 17. It says, therefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to Yah, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. See, he was made like a man, you know, to his same as his people. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 14 and through 16. It says, seeing that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Mashiach, the Son of Elohim. Let us hold fast our profession, for we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. See, his flesh, he took on the kind of flesh that we got. So it had nothing to do about the flesh, because, the word say the word became flesh. That's what a power is. That's what we got faith in, the word, not the flesh. Philippians chapter 2, verse 7 and 8. But made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself, and became obedient unto death, even the death of the tree. See, so it's we don't put any emphasis on flesh. It's the word that does all the work. Okay, it's just the word of the Most High, and that's what was doing the work inside of a flesh body. Okay. Go to John chapter 4, verse 24. It says, the Most High is a spirit, and he that worship him must worship him in the spirit and in truth. See, so don't worry about the body. The Most High is a spirit. He just took on a body. John chapter 7, verse 24, judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. See, we don't go by the appearance of flesh or something, because that's not what the power is. Let's see. Go to Numbers chapter 23, verse 19. It says, the Most High is not a man, that he should lie, neither the Son of Man, that he should repent. Has he said, and shall he not do it? Or has he spoken, and he shall not make it good? See, it's always the word, family. And family, you don't always have to understand the why. You don't always have to understand the Most High and how he does things. But all is necessary. It's for you to believe his word and act upon it. That's what faith is. You know, you you may not always understand it. You know, but all you have to do is believe it. It's not necessary. Just believe it. Believe the word and act on it. And you're acting out of faith then. See? Um, listen, if you were in the hospital and the doctors come in and they diagnosed you with a malignant tumor, and you prayed all week about it, and the next time you go and they X-ray you again, it's gone. But see, as humans, we want to know how. We don't need to know how. We prayed about it. The Most High, through His Word, healed you. But you want to know how. And if the Most High was gracious enough to even explain to you how He did it, our little peanut brains still couldn't comprehend it. We, we can't. Can you comprehend how the Most High made the world out of nothing and spoke it into existence? Can you comprehend that? Can you comprehend that the Most High had no beginning or ending? Can you comprehend the Most High being the self-existing one? Of course you can't. So why would you need to know how that tumor disappeared, how the Most did it? You're not going to understand it if He told you. Your mind just not going to be able to understand that, family. And you don't need to understand it. All you need to know is that the word is real. You acted upon it, and you got the results. That's all you need to know. Go to Romans chapter 11, verse 33. It says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of Elohim. How unsearchable are His judgments, and His ways are past finding out." See, you ain't gonna understand nothing no way. His ways are past you finding out, And what you'll do is end up trying to lean on your own understanding. That's all gonna happen. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8 and 9. "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Most High. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." See, we just, the Most High is so far above us, you're not going to understand nothing anyway, family. You're not going to understand nothing about how you were healed and his power to do so, you're just not going to be able to comprehend that. It's way past, our limits. You sit up, drive yourself crazy trying to figure the Most High out. Family, we got to have even more faith than our ancestors. Some of them saw and still didn't believe. And some of them wouldn't believe unless they saw it. Let's go to John chapter 20, verse 24 through 29. It reads, "But Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, was not with them when Mashiach came. The other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I shall see his hands, the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. And after 8 days, again his disciples were within, and Thomas was with them. Then came Mashiach, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, Peace be unto you. Then he said to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believing. And Thomas answered and said to him, My Master and my Elohim. Mashiach said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that who have not seen, and yet have believed. That's us, family. Now, we didn't get to see it. We didn't get to walk around with Mashiach when he was here in the flesh. But yet, we believe. We haven't seen anything, but we believe. Like I say, some of those people got to see it and still couldn't believe it. Or wouldn't believe it unless they saw it. So we should be more blessed than they are. Okay? And we just believe the word and let it be like Abraham. It accounted to us as righteousness because we believe the Most High. Okay? So let's just go to a few people, that just did what the Most High asked them to do without question. They didn't have to know the why. Okay? So let's start with Noah. Let's go to Genesis chapter 6 and verse 12 and 13. And the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And the Most High said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, and the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Now, this is the Most High telling Noah what he's about to do, you know. And, you know, he instructed Noah to build a boat. Now, Noah had every reason to question the Most High, because prior to that, the flood, it had never rained. See? It had never rained on the earth prior to the flood. So he could, well, why do I need to build a boat? You know? We ain't never even had no water around here, you know, that much. Why I gotta have a boat? But he didn't. Because if you go down to verse 22, it said, thus did Noah according to all that the Most High commanded him. So he did. He didn't ask why he need to build a boat. All this, he just did it. See, sometimes we don't need to know why. Just need to be obedient. See, like I said, it hadn't even rained. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 3 through 6. And the Most High blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which he had done. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they are created, in the day that the Most High made the earth and the heavens. And what's this? Verse 5. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Most High had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. See, he had never caused it to rain. Verse 6 says, but there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground. See, Most High had his own sprinkler system, family. He didn't even need to cause it to rain. See, if you know how this was done, family, you know, when the Most High created it, you know, he separated the waters. You know, there's water under the ground just as well above, family, because when he flooded the earth, both water was coming up from the earth, and as it says, the windows of heaven open. See, you know, if you talk to somebody who owned a property and they had a well dug, well, where you think they getting the water from? From beneath the ground. It's called an aquifer. You know, and normally they'll dig the well down about 30 feet, maybe a little more, and, you know, install the well. When they want water, they just pump it out. So yeah, the water's under the earth also. See? And so the Most High just watered the earth with the groundwater. And that's why I said, it had never rained before. Okay, let's go to John chapter 21, verse 6. Now this is, about the fishermen. They hadn't caught nothing all day. And it says, and he said unto them, cast the net on the right side of the ship, and you shall find the fish. Therefore, they were not able to draw it in for the multitude of fish. They caught so many by casting it on the right side of the ship, like he said. Now they had been out there all day and caught nothing. And when he tell them to cast the net over on the right side, they didn't ask him why. They didn't question it. They just acted on his word. He said, do it. And they did it. They acted upon the word. They didn't have to understand it or why or what difference it made going on the right side of the boat or not. They just heard the word and believed it, and they acted on it. They didn't have to understand everything. Let's go to Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 through 4. I know my voice is kind of scratchy today, family. You have to forgive me for that. This is going to be about Abraham. Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 through 4. Now the Most High had said unto Abram, get thee out of the country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make my name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curse thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Now, Abraham didn't question the Most High. He didn't know where he was going. He didn't ask, oh, why do I need to leave here? He didn't need to know. He just was obedient to the word of the Most High. He didn't need to know everything. The Most High said, go, and he went. See? But as humans, we seem to always want to know why to everything. And even when we were growing up, when our parents tell us something, like they say, can I go to the mall with my friends or to the carnival with my friends? And they tell you no. See, now you want to stand there and ask them why. And see, parents normally don't tell you why. What they tell you is because I said so. You know. Well, why can't I go? Because I said so. And that's it. You know. So we have to take that attitude toward the Most High. We believe it because He said so. We don't need to understand why. It's just because the Word say so. See? I know many of you, those the very words that your parents spoke to you. Well, why can't I do this? Because I said so. And that was it. That's the only explanation you going to get. All right? Let's go further down. Over about Abraham. Let's go to Genesis chapter 22, verse 1 through 3. And it came to pass after these things that the Most High did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here I am. He said, Take now thy son, thy only son, Isaac, whom you love, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I shall tell you thereof. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his donkey and took two of his young men with him and Isaac his son, and clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place of which the Most High had told him. Verse 4. So Abram departed as the Most High had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abraham was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. Okay, now notice that Abraham didn't question the Most High. He didn't ask him why. The Most High said, Take your son and sacrifice him to me. Take your son's life. Abraham didn't say, well, why? This is the son of promise that you gave me. Now why you want me to kill him? He never even questioned it. The why. He just believed the Most High. He believed his word. He was obedient. And he just did it. Didn't even know why. Okay? So that's what real faith is, family. You're obedient and trust the Most High even when you don't know why. You're just being obedient to the Most High. It's not going to always make sense to you, but the Most High knows what He's doing. All right, let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7 through 9. Now, this is about Paul, okay? And it says, at least I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. There was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. See, the Most High gave him a thorn in his flesh to keep him from being you know, too self-exalted and cocky and everything else. And we don't know what that thorn was, whether it was spiritual, physical, or what. But whatever it was, it had to be real comfortable. 'Cause verse 8 says, "For this thing I besought the Most High 3 times, thrice, that it might depart from me." So it had to be bad. He prayed to the Most High 3 times, and the Most High still didn't remove it. But he never asked the Most High why. But the Most High went on and gave him the reason, and told him why. And verse 9 says, "And he said unto me," Most High said unto him, "My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me." See, he didn't he didn't question the Most High why he wouldn't remove the thorn. I mean, he prayed about it 3 different times, and the Most High still didn't do it. And he never went and asked him, "Well, why? Why? I mean, your word says that we can be healed. So why?" No, all he did was took the answer the Most High gave him, and he said, "My grace is sufficient for you." See, you're not gonna always understand, family, and you ain't gonna never always know the reason why. You just gotta trust in the Most High and just act upon His word. That's it. You know, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 33 and through 35. See, all through this awakening, we all sit around and wonder how the Most High gonna come get us and gather us up. I don't worry about it, man. All I know, He said He gonna do it, and that's good enough for me. I don't know. I don't need to know the how and why and how, when. And He just said it. Let's read it. Let's see. Verse 33. "As I live, said the Most High, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out, I will rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries where you are scattered, with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there I will plead with you face to face." Now that's all I need to know. He said He was gonna, gather us up. I don't need to know how He gonna do that. He just said He gonna do it. And that's what we believe. We don't need to know how He gonna do it. Probably wouldn't understand it if we knew. So we just have to trust in the Most High's word and don't question it, the word. Just be obedient to it. Believe the word and act on it. in faith. And that's all we need to do. It's this Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Go down to verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please the Most High. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that did diligently seek him. See, go down to verse 8. It say, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed. And he went out, not knowing where he was going. See? He just went. The Most High said, go here, leave this place, and go here. And it wasn't no question. He didn't ask the Most High, wow, what is this place? And, how am I going to eat? He just did it. When he told him to leave from his house, his father's house, and go somewhere else, he just did it. He didn't need to know why. And that's, why it say that Abraham believed the Most High, and it was counted unto him as righteousness. He just believed it. He just believed. And that's what we have to do today. Especially with all this going on, we gonna have to believe the Most High. We don't know how he's gonna deal with our issues, the people that's against us. We don't know. Nor do we need to know. All we know is what the word say. He said he was gonna gather us up. And however he does that is fine with me. I'm not finna predict no how and why and nothing else. The word says he's gonna do it. Good enough for me. I don't need to know how he's gonna do it. See? So let's get it together, family. Let's get our faith at a level that it should be, because we're gonna need it when things really get hard and food scarce, water scarce, trouble everywhere you go. We're gonna need faith in the Most High. That's all we need to know is what his word says he's going to do. All right? We don't need to know how he's going to do it. All right? Okay, family. Guess I'm done said enough with this scratchy voice. And I'll send you, see y'all on the next video. Shalom.